Hey everyone, I'm Stacy, the 911 Stitcher. Welcome to my channel about cross stitching and crafting. Today's Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. This is video number 88. Welcome back everybody. It's been a month long since I've done my last video, and I'm sorry I was gone for so long, but we've had so much going on, and I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. I have lots of crafting and cross stitch news to tell you about. I have some new releases at the end of the video. I'm going to show things I've been working on, some finishes that came back from the finisher, and a couple other things that I'm going to tell you about. A free chart coming up, new starts, a couple new starts that I have. First of all, thank you everyone that wished me a happy birthday. My birthday was on March 31st. I thank you so much for the cards you sent, the messages, the emails. I received some gifts, and a couple of them I'll show. One of them I just realized was this fantastic pair of scissors and scissor fob, which I left downstairs. So I'll have to show you on a different time. But I got a chart from my friend and just some wonderful messages. So thank you. Also a big thank you for those that have donated to my channel through the Buy Me a Coffee link. That is located down in the bottom in the description box. If you look down from my channel, you'll see a little, I think it's like a half triangle. If you click it, you'll see the notes from my video. It's down in there. Thank you so much, everybody. As you know, the donations to my channel go back to you guys. It goes back to you in forms of giveaways. Nobody ever pays shipping costs when you win giveaways, and I try and do a lot of giveaways. Today I have more from the Fat Quarter Shop, and we'll even talk about that in a few minutes. So why have I been gone a month? Quickly, I'll just tell you briefly what we've done. We've had carpet, new paint. Look at this. It's no more of that ugly yellow. It's a little dark in here. I can see some shadows on my face, and hopefully you'll be able to see the cross stitching and the finishes that I show and the pictures that I show. Throughout this video, I'm going to be showing pictures as I talk. So when I talk about New York, I do have craft related, cross stitching related things I want to tell you about, but I'll be showing pictures throughout this whole video of different things. At the end of the video, I'll include just some fun pictures of our vacation if you're interested in seeing those at all. So for now, let's talk about why I was gone. Before I left for New York, which was March 9th, 10th, somewhere around there, a couple weeks before that, on my last video, I had forgot to mention that I got to meet Colette, the highway stitcher. Now, she happens to have a relative that lives nearby. She sent me a message and said, hey, would you like to have a stitchy day? Absolutely. So she came over to my house, and I'll show a picture here, and we got to stitch together. I got to meet her. I was actually supposed to meet her last year at StitchCon in Cincinnati, but I was not able to go because of my leg surgery. So it was fun to meet her. We had snacks, we stitched, we talked, we had a blast. So it was such a pleasure meeting you, Colette. And if you get a chance, she is a YouTuber. Check out Highway Stitcher. She also does lacing along with cross stitching. If I didn't mention already, this video is about cross stitch, and I talk about sometimes crochet, knitting, sometimes punch needle, which I'm going to show a punch needle finish in a few minutes, but it's primarily cross stitch. So I got to meet Colette. Then we left for New York, and our trip included a lot of fun things. My husband has only been to New York once. It was a super fast whirlwind one-day trip, so he was limited on what he got to see. So this time it was just a vacation. And now I have 2 retreats coming up this year where I'm going to go back to New York in May and in October, and New Jersey as well. So this trip was just fun. Now we did have some cross-stitching things planned, and so while we were there, I met up with Maria. Now Maria owns Needle Art on Charts. She's on Facebook. Here's a picture of her group. She sells fantastic cross-stitch supplies, charts, and fabric. Now, she does have a brick and mortar shop. It's very, very small, but what you find inside are treasures. If you happen to be on Long Island or in the New York area and you can get to Long Island, specifically Floral Park is where she has her shop. Now, when you walk in, when you get to the door, there's a buzzer, and that's something I should have clarified with her because I wasn't sure how to get in at first, if there was a code to get in. It's a professional building. I think it even says it on the outside. So if you go to see needle art on charts and go and visit Maria, I encourage you, if you're looking for fabric or threads or charts, to go take a look, because like me, if you're like me, and you don't have a brick and mortar shop to where you can go look at fabric and see what it really looks like in person, or threads, go take a look. It was so nice to be able to go and see fabric in person, cross-stitching fabric. So when I went to go see her, it was pouring down rain, but we went inside and it is literally one room. So when you walk in, don't expect a huge shop. It is one room full of goodies. There's thread on the left. Now I'm going to show pictures as I'm talking. Thread on the left, lots of baskets of fabric of all counts. There was lots of over-dyed threads. There was dyed fabric. Picture This Plus. I think she had R&R or Lakeside, one of the two. And I'll show you what I ended up getting from her in just a few minutes. So it is just a hidden gem. Go and see Maria, go visit and take a look at some of her cross-stitching goodies. I'm going to post her address and her information down below. You can always message her. If you do plan on going, message her first. And I believe she's open Monday through Friday in the evenings. She's open on Saturdays, Sunday by appointment only. So I'll put that information all down below. So I'm glad you got to see the pictures. What did I buy? I'm going to show some stash throughout the video of things that I bought. So I ended up buying some fabric. This is 40 count Verdal in the color Cypress, fiber on a whim. It's kind of a silvery grayish color, very, very pretty. So she cut me a piece of that. I got Picture This Plus Ale, which is one of my favorite darker fabrics by Picture This Plus. She had a good supply of Picture This Plus Ale. I also bought some vellum, 32 count vellum, which is a mottled, that's kind of a good picture right there. Tannish color, real pretty modeling on the fabric. I got some Gentle Art Schoolhouse Red. Now, the fun thing about this trip, that's a better picture. The fun thing about this trip is I got to meet my friend Krista. She, as you guys know, I've talked about her before. We met her for breakfast. Krista's the designer for Just Stitching Along. And we got to meet for breakfast first, and she went over with me and my husband to the shop. She bought several skeins of Schoolhouse Red also. It's beautiful. It is by the Gentle Arts. She did have one selection of silks. I don't remember the brand, but she had a lot of cotton floss. Classic Colorworks, I believe, and like I said, the Gentle Arts. So I got some floss. I got this awesome Biscornu pattern, the Cardinal by Tiny Modernist. I can't talk. And I got Heart and Hand Christmas Tiny Town. I had looked for this, I think at the Attic. I didn't see it. I bought there's another one that's just like this that just came out not long ago that I bought at the Attic. So I bought this one. I bought Plum Street Sampler My Garden House. These are all just so beautiful. This is what it looks like. I thought I had this one, but when I checked my inventory stash online that I keep, I didn't have it. It's Jack-O-Lantern Jubilee by Brenda Gervais. They're smalls, all Halloween themed by Brenda Gervais. I also got some more charts. Seasons of the Heart by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. These are 4 seasons, and these are what they look like. What a great book. Some more things that I got. Gather by Teresa Kogut. Now, what I didn't know is Teresa Kogut actually came out at market with, I believe, 4 different books. When I was there at Maria's shop, she has all of them. And I didn't realize that the other ones were books. I thought just the original, when I was looking at the cover, I thought it was just one cross-stitch chart. So I talked to Maria, she's going to get me the rest of them. But Gather is another book. This book has several patterns in it. Oh, here's the other books. I just opened it and these are the other books. This is the one that I didn't realize was a book. I thought this was just a cross-stitch chart, but there's more patterns inside. So I thought that was really cool. So this is the books that Maria has available, but I ended up buying this one by Teresa Kogut. I also bought Let Love Ring, Teresa Kogut. And this is what the back looks like. So other cross-stitch charts inside this book. It's a really nice book. She gave me a free pattern, which it's a graft. I can't really show that. A couple more things that I bought. Stitching with the Housewives. I ended up buying Daisy May. She's so pretty. And I also bought Bunny Garden, Stitching with the Housewives. So cute. The last one that I bought from Maria was Teresa Kogut's Love is the Key. I thought that was so beautiful. I just love those rabbits, and I think I'm going to use a brighter red. I think that's beautiful. Brighter red, especially on the border and the flowers. So this was called Love is the Key. So that's the stash that I bought at Maria's shop. Check her out. Get a hold of her. She's got some great stuff. While I was in New York, another cross-stitch related thing is I went to a concert and I got to see Ellen Reed from Test Dummies. We saw them in concert down in Greenwich Village, I believe it was. It was fabulous. She sings beautiful. Her group sings amazing. The lead singer, whoa, his voice is amazing. So when we went to the concert, we had scheduled this ahead of time. I didn't know that Ellen sang. I knew she was a YouTuber. I knew that she had a Flosstube video called Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. And I've been talking to Ellen now for months. We talk pretty often and I've got to know her, but I didn't know she was a singer until recently. So it turned out that she happened to be in New York. We scheduled our trip to where we could go and see her sing along with her band. So as I'm talking, I'm showing pictures. Some of the pictures are very grainy, and the coloring, when you see the picture of me and Ellen, we look satanic because our coloring is so weird. But the lights in the concert place in the venue was just, you know, how concerts are dark and stuff. So, and they have funky lighting. So it was really fun. It was just such a pleasure meeting her and being able to see her band in concert. And I happened to get a message last night from someone on Instagram that told me, if you happen to watch Ellen's videos, her YouTube videos, again, she's Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour on YouTube. She talks about cross stitch. She stitches beautiful samplers. I got a message last night. If you happen to watch her, Ellen happens to have a feature on her YouTube videos of where she picks one person every video to be her wife of the week. Now, this person wrote to me last night and says, hey, have you seen Ellen's new video? Did you know you were wife of the week? I have not had a chance to see the video yet, but this is a sheer honor. And I can't wait to watch the video. I am thrilled to be your wife of the week. And like I said, it was just so much fun meeting her. And I hope that we can schedule things to where we can stitch together next time. Maybe I can go to Stitch North, which is a Canadian retreat that just happened a few days ago. It looked like so much fun. So I hope that we can make some plans to where we can stitch together because it's going to be a blast. The other thing that I did while I was there is I went to a hockey game. My husband and I and my dad he was a huge Anaheim Ducks hockey fan. So the Ducks happened to be playing in New York and we got to catch them there at the new arena on Long Island in I believe it was just outside of Floral Park, very close to where that cross-stitch store was. So we got to see some hockey and we just had a great time. So another thing I want to bring up is when I was in New York, someone special, I want to say, came into my life. And I wanted to talk to you guys about Charles Zion. And you're probably thinking, who is Charles Zion? Some of you, maybe you know. When I was there, he made an impact on my life. And I'm going to talk about him. So he lived in Greenwich, Connecticut. He worked in New York City. He was an equities trader. He was also senior vice president of Cantor Fitzgerald in New York, which happens to be a financial service company. his job was demanding. I mean, come on, he was a financial, wizard. He was the vice president of the company, senior vice president. So he had a huge demanding job, and he also had hobbies. His hobbies were golf, huge golf player. He loved to grill a good steak. He spent a lot of time with his son, Zachary, and his wife, Carol. And you're probably going, so what does this have to do with cross stitching? What does this have to do with crafting? Well, Charles, like I said, had a huge demanding job, but one of his hobbies was knitting. And what he did was he knitted in his downtime to relax and on his days off after work. So while I was in New York, I got to know Charles a little bit. And from what I've read since I've returned home about Charles, he was a pretty awesome guy. So his knitting is what really got to me. It really made an impact on me. Knitting is something I used to do a long time ago. I made some socks. I made one baby sweater, which I'll show. I actually have it. I'll show it next time. And I've made 2 baby blankets that I have both screwed up and given to my cats. So those baby blankets are in their cat tree and they love them. So anyway, back to Charles. So you're wondering, why are you bringing up, what does he have to do with this video? Well, again, he made an impact on my life because while I was touring the 9/11 memorial, I read about Charles. And Charles worked on the 103rd floor of the World Trade Center. What his family donated to the memorial was his knitting. He had a unfinished project. First of all, I'm going to show you what he looks like. Now, why am I showing you this? Here's Charles, and I got to see his picture. I got to read about him. Here's his knitting, his project he left behind. And I say left behind because Charles was on the 103rd floor of the World Trade Center when he was killed. He was in the North Tower when the very first plane hit the World Trade Center. He was trapped upstairs and passed away. He was killed in the World Trade Center tragedy. So his family donated his unfinished knit project, and this just really hit me. While I was standing there looking at his project, I wondered, what was he making? What was his project that he left behind? What did he have in mind to turn this into? So it just really hit me. And because I've been thinking about knitting and I've been thinking about starting a knit project, I decided, you know what? I'm going to start one. I'm going to start one and I'm going to think of Charles when I do. So on the way home back, when I was flying home, I started thinking about him and how he used knitting as a stress relief. And I just thought that was really awesome that a senior vice president of a major company to use knitting as a stress relief, like we all do, cross stitch, knitting, punch needle, whatever it is that you do. This is what Charles did. And I just thought that was so incredible that he did that. So this is located inside the 9/11 memorial, and his picture, as you can see, is right next to his project. So I just stood there and it just really hit me. So I decided to start a knit blanket when I got home. And a little bit more facts about Charles. Like I said, he worked for Cantor Fitzgerald. Cantor Fitzgerald lost 658 employees that day in the World Trade Center. I can't even imagine. And like I said, Charles affected me. So what I did is I went ahead and started the knit blanket that I showed on my Instagram. I'll show a picture of it here. There's not much to see yet, but I have gotten about 5 rows done maybe. It's mostly stockinette stitch right now, where you knit 1 row and you purl the next row. So this is what it will look like when it's done. It's a Christmas blanket, and I have him to thank for starting this, for giving me that little push to start a knit project once again. So anyway, I wanted to tell you about that and tell you who he is and how he affected me on my trip. The other thing I wanted to mention is back then, Instagram wasn't that popular. I don't even think Instagram existed when 9/11 came out. And I started thinking on the plane ride home, would he have been one of our Instagram friends? Would he have been someone that we keep in touch with? You know, we all, if you're on Instagram or even Facebook, you've become friends with people virtually. You become friends through pictures, through projects, through crafting, and you know their name. You know, I can think of lots of people I follow on Instagram that I didn't know ahead of time and that I've become friends with through Instagram. So I started thinking, you know, if Instagram was popular back then, would any of us have been friends with Charles Ion? Would he have been one of our Instagram friends? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. If you're into knitting, maybe he would have been on Instagram as well. So the reason I'm bringing this up is the knit project he left behind. And I started talking to a friend of mine a couple days ago, and we started talking about one-sided friendships. We started talking about those people, and you know, you have one friend out there where you put all the effort out and they don't. They never contact you. They never ask how you are. You're the one who always reaches out to them to start the conversation. We all have a friend like that. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, if he had been one of our Instagram friends, and I think about all the Instagram friends that I've met through floss tubing and through cross stitch, I don't know, I just started thinking, reach out, even if it's just one person a day. Just send a message to someone that you know has kept in contact with you, and send them a message and just ask how they're doing. You never ever know when your Instagram friend is going to either pass away or disappear. And he could have very well been one of our Instagram friends. So anyway, I just started talking about that with a friend of mine about one-sided friendships. So I guess the whole moral of this story is to just maybe once a day reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a while. Don't be that one-sided friend. Anyway, let's go on and talk about more cross-stitching news. Let's talk about Melisa at Pinker and Punkin Quilting and Stitching. Now she's come out with Sheep in a Jar. This is free. She's also come out with Beatrice Bunny. And I'm gonna put the link to her blog, which is where you find these free cross-stitch patterns. I'll put that link down below so you can go and get a copy of those free charts. Thank you, Melisa. Let's talk about the Fat Quarter Shop. Now, the Fat Quarter Shop reached out to me. They noticed that I've been doing giveaways, and I have giveaways this video from them. So I just thought that was super awesome that they took the time to message me. They took the time to tell me that they watch my videos. Someone there watches my videos. And they asked if I would like some giveaway items from the Fat Quarter Shop, brand new, for you guys. I thought that was pretty awesome. So thank you, Fat Quarter Shop. That is awesome. So let's talk about what we're going to give away for this video. They have sent some wonderful things for quilters and cross stitchers. Let's talk about cross stitching first, and then I'm going to group together the quilting items. So that way, those of you that are interested in the giveaway to put in for it. What you're going to do is leave me a comment down below. Don't say the word giveaway and don't say free stuff or anything like that. Just put the keyword or put that you're interested in this specific thing. So one of the first things that Fat Quarter Shop sent is Bee in My Bonnet, which is Lori Holt stitch cards. They are little miniature stitch cross stitching, adorable charts. I love this pie. I think those would be just cute little ornaments for, say, either a tree, like maybe a little kitchen tree. You can have themes, not just holidays. It doesn't have to be Halloween. It doesn't have to be Easter. Like right now, I've got my Easter eggs up in my tree. It doesn't have to be a holiday tree. I've mentioned this tree before that I like to decorate it. I'm going to do an animal tree where I've got little animals, cross-stitched little ornaments in my tree. So why not a kitchen tree? Why not a fun themed tree? So this is giveaway number 1. And this one, let's go ahead and put, this is all kitchen stuff, kitchen related. So your keyword is kitchen. If you're interested in this, this will be giveaway number 1. Next one is for quilters. If you're interested, I have 3 patterns. This is called Away We Go quilt pattern. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to go ahead and send these all together. So if there's a quilter that's interested in all 3 of these, you will receive all 3. This one is called Rockin' Around quilt pattern. that's cute. And it's got all your information on the back as far as colors and fabric. This is by itssew.emma.com. Yeah, it's Sew Emma. So this again is called Rockin' Around. And the last one in the set giveaway is Poinsettia Quilt Pattern. This is beautiful. I don't know if I could ever do this. I'm sure I could if I took one piece at a time, but this is just so pretty. So quilters, if you're interested in receiving the set of 3 from the Fat Quarter shop, just put quilting pattern, or put the keyword will be quilting down below in notes. So that's giveaway number 2 for these 3 patterns. Next, you're going to receive, someone's going to win Bloom Where You're Planted. These are 3, you can do them all together or you can do them separately. 3 charts from It's Sew Emma Stitchery. So cross stitchers, if you're interested, this is giveaway number 3. And again, these are separate charts. So you could do these separately. You could do it all together. And there's what they look like done and finished separately. I don't want to, I know there's a little bit of a glare. I don't want to take this out because it's brand new. And if you're interested in this, put the word bloom. That's your keyword for a giveaway number 3. So thank you, Fat Quarter Shop. This is awesome that they took the time to send some items. For one thing they sent for me, and I'll show you, it's a stand. Now, this is funny because I was just telling my husband I need a new stand to hold my charts up. I have an artist easel. It's metal. I'll show it next video, but it's kind of cheesy looking. The screws are always falling apart. The legs are falling off, so I need a new stand. So they sent this for me to keep. This is Daisy Bee's Knees book stand. This is the package that it looks like. And this is the stand. I'm going to take it out right now so you can take a look. So I have been on the hunt for a stand. A really good, sturdy stand. And this is what they sent. And this is strong enough to hold an iPad. It's strong enough to hold a chart. This is what it looks like in the back. And I just think this is adorable with the little bee on it. You can see the bee. So this is exactly what I have been searching for. And it's available from the Fat Quarter Shop. So I am so thrilled that they sent this for me. I'm so thrilled. I'll show the box again in case you're interested in getting one from yourself. It even sits up, like right now I just sat it up on the floor and it's just sitting up on its own. So it's very sturdy. It is by Lori Holt, Bee in My Bonnet, Daisy Bee's Knees book stand. So this is what it looks like. And again, I can't wait to get rid of the artist easel that I've been using, and the legs fall off all the time. So I am thrilled to get that stand. Okay, let's talk about some finishes. I sent a couple of cross stitches to the finisher. Faye Rigsby I was so thrilled that she agreed to do some of my finishing. And I believe she's on Instagram as well, so you can contact her. I don't know if she's taking new people. She was only taking a few new clients in January, and she gave me a date that I had to message her, which I did, and I got in. So I don't know what her load is like right now, but her finishes are beautiful. So I have several, but I'm only going to show 2 today. I'll show more next week. So the finishes that I have, one is punch needle. This is, I don't know what it's called, Santa's bag, I think. But if you go on the website called Heart Creek Farm Creations, I'm going to put them down below. They are strictly a punch needle website. And so I did the punching here. She finished it into this beautiful ornament. I love it. I'll show it up close. So here's what it looks like on top. She added the bow. This looks like a pin. And then she added the bell. Now, one of the things about punch needle, and I'm learning more and more about punch needle finishing every day, when I received it, I noticed a lot of bald patches. Now, that's my fault. I didn't punch it thick enough. I left the punching too thin in some of his areas of his coat and some of the areas around his eyes. Now, you can't tell. And you know why? Because punch needle is very forgiving. when you have an area, and I'll see if I can try and create an area so you can, oh, there was one up here. I actually fixed it so well you can't see it, but anyway, there was some bald areas, and there was a bald area right in here where you could actually see the fabric where I had just punched too thin. Like I said, punch needle is very forgiving. So what you can do is just comb it to where you can't see the baldness. There was some balding in here. So what happens is when you stretch it to finish it, it's when it really opens it up and you can see bald patches. There were some bald patches right here, and I left it that way so I could show you. And then all you do is you comb it. It's just so forgiving. And then it just disappears. You can't see it anymore. I'll work on it a little bit more, but I left it bald so you can kind of see it. There's a bald spot right in here. It's very hard to see unless you're actually here, but right here is a bald spot. And all you do is you take your punch needle. Where did he go? Here it is. And you just comb it like this and just shape the red, get the red off of the beard. It's hard to do it backwards, but just comb it a little bit, and then you can't even see bald spots anymore. So this is finish number 1, and I wanted to show you by Heart Creek Farm Creations. I love showing finishes so that you can get an idea of how to finish it yourself. Feels like it's on cardboard. This, I don't know if it's glued or if it's the cording is stitched, but I love it. She did an awesome job. It's beautiful. And that's finish number 1 that I wanted to share with you. Finish number 2 is Bah Humbug by Calico Confectionery on Etsy. If you remember, I stitched this during the time when Max was a puppy. He was very sick. I was very sad. I cried a lot because he was basically dying of parvo, and he pulled through, he made it, and I stitched Bah Humbug. So Faye turned it into just the cutest little pillow. It's exactly what I wanted, was a pillow. What I'd like to do is stitch this one more time, make it really small on 56 count, because this is on 40 count. This is 40 count ale. Ale's what I bought from Maria's shop that I showed just a few minutes ago. So anyway, that's how she finished it, and I can display it now as a little pillow. But I'd like to restitch it on 56, make it real small, and leave it as an ornament for my tree. So finish number 2. She made it into a pillow, and then it looks like there is some rickrack. I think it's called rickrack right along here, and right along here too. So anyway, very, very cute. 2 finishes. I'll show more next video. So what else have I finished? I have finished several, well, I finished one cross stitch that's not been turned into anything yet. This is Quaker Samplings 6 by With My Needle. It's still available. I saw it on 123 Stitch, and I've seen it in some other places. There's a little line from, I didn't want to iron it too much right here because this is silk. And this is on 56 count Cafe LA, and the thread is Swasserfine silk. I think this turned out really cute, really pretty. I'm going to show a picture of my Instagram, which shows the chart. There are 3 different versions of the chart that you can choose from. I chose version number 3. So my chart is on its way to Germany to my friend Bettina. I'm giving it to her. And that's my finish for this video. I don't know how it's going to be turned into, what it's going to be turned into yet, but I think it came out really pretty. I think the color of the Swasserfine was 2664. Pretty. Finish number 2 is a big one. It's my Meadow Blanket. I finally finished it. It is crochet. The pattern is free on Attic 24's blog. If you just Google Attic 24, I'll put the link down below. You have access to all kinds of free crochet patterns. So this blanket started out with colors I wasn't crazy about. I never would have picked, but it turned into a really beautiful blanket. So I'm going to stand up to show you guys this. This is what it looks like. And then the colors start going lighter. They start going into some really pretty blues and purples It is, now you can see a complete difference in color. So yeah, I can't get it all in because it's just so long. But this is my blanket. It's fabulous. I got all my supplies through Wool Warehouse in the UK. They mailed it to the United States in great time and great shipping costs. I will order from them again, but this is, you can get the idea of how the colors have changed. See the blues and the purples, and then they start going into the more goldenrods, more darker colors. Interesting blanket. It was a lot of fun. Okay, let's look at a few things that I've been working on cross stitch wise. So I showed you my knit blanket that I started. I've been working on that. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells with that blanket because I've screwed up 2 of them. I'm a little bit afraid to work on it, but so far so good. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, on my birthday, what was my birthday start? It was the knit blanket and Gilet 1898. This is a very popular chart by Reflet de Soie. That's the name of it. And I started this with my friend Bettina. She lives in Germany, and I'm thrilled not only to have her as a good friend, but to have her as a stitch buddy. She's wonderful. I did get to meet her in Phoenix. She came out to Phoenix in February when we had our get together. So here's my progress. Bettina and I both decided to go dark. We went with darker fabric. There are a lot of colors in here that are very, very light. In fact, you can't see this letter. You can't see this letter. Some of these threads, DMC, we both decided to use DMC, and we used the called for colors. So we decided, you know what, let's go dark. Let's choose a darker fabric. So here's my progress. A little weird in this lighting. It's hard to see, but this is my progress so far. And I think the colors are beautiful. Not a lot of progress so far, but I'll get there. I chose Oaken by Picture This Plus 32 count using DMC, 2 threads, and I'll show you more progress next time. The bag that I have this project in is a birthday bag that I got from StitchFolk, Barry from StitchFolk on Etsy. Now this has been a really popular bag because of the picture, and I for the life of me can't remember her name. Is it Mildred? Maybe Mildred? Look at her picture. So because it's a birthday bag, I chose this to have my project in, because what better bag for a birthday start? Poor Mildred. I don't even know if that's her name. Okay, next one I worked on is a very complicated one. This one has driven me nuts. I started this. I chose this chart because of the colors, because the colors in this chart are so beautiful. It is also a giveaway from the last video. I'm going to announce giveaway winners in a few minutes. So you remember Amelia Boyce. I chose this because look at these blues. These blues are gorgeous. Let me take my chart out so you can see it a little bit better. The reason I chose this chart is because of the blues. I had it fully kitted up from the Scarlet Letter. That's the designer of this chart. And these blues are just fantastic. Well, when I started this chart, the blues are not anything like that. Or I found them to be dull. So I switched colors, and I don't know what I'm using. I'll have to look. I think one's a dinky dye and one's a soie d'Alger. So anyway, I'm doing this in silk. I only have one motif done, but I did switch out the blue. The blue was very, very dark and very bland. So here's where I'm at here. And I think I could have gone even lighter on the blue, but it's hard to see that. But these blues are just beautiful in this chart. And like I said, when I started stitching it and I started with the motif, I didn't like the blue at all. And so I changed it. It's still not the prettiest blue in the world, but when I do get to the blues that I chose to replace the blues that came with it, I chose this. So this is going to be in the chart very, very soon. The other color blue that's going to be in here. Okay, these are the two light color blues that I chose for Soie d'Alger. And there's going to be some other really pretty colors coming in really soon. So it's really hard. This was my other option, which I found to be a little too bright. When I started stitching with it, it was way bright. And I just thought, I don't think this really goes with a sampler. So this is one of the blues. And the blue that you see in the chart is this really pretty dinky dye color. So we'll see. When I get more progress, I'll show you again, and we'll see what the blues that I chose look like. And hopefully they look much, much more similar to the chart picture. Okay, next we've got Quakers Do Japan by Jardin Privé. Now this chart, I thought I was almost done and discovered that I still have a lot more to do. And it's beautiful. I'm using XQ Design Red. It's called Mariska's Red. And this is the progress. I finished the cherry blossoms. Everything I did was over here. So I finished this cherry blossom tree. I'm getting ready to finish this motif. I added the bird and the fan. So that's my progress. And I'm going to hold it up close so you can really see the variegation in the red thread. Hopefully you can see it. It's hard to see. But it's beautiful variegated red thread by XQ Design. It's called Mariska's Red. I'm using 403 Anchor Black. And that's my progress. It should be done hopefully soon. I thought I was a lot closer, but turns out I'm not. Next, I've got another beautiful one. This is by Historische Stickmuster. They are a German company. This one is called Die Farben des Orient, which is the colors of the Orient. Now, I mentioned before that the domes have sparkly thread in it. It's beautiful. I worked on this on the plane, and I worked on it in my hotel room in New York. So this is my progress. I'm almost to the end. This is Soie d'Alger silks, and this is just a white linen. I don't know. I think it's 40 count, if I'm not mistaken. So it doesn't look as pretty as it does in person. I think the lighting in here isn't that great. And I'll show more progress when I get that top row fully done. Next, Rose Ada Featherstone is another one that I'm working on. This is a stitch along with my friend Krista. It's in her group, Our Sampler Years on Facebook. A lot of us are doing this, not everybody. So this is the next one that I'm doing. And I think I took this to New York with me, and I got some progress done on the house. So this is pretty. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of have to work with the lighting in here. It's a little drab, it's not that bright. Let me see if I can lift that up just a little bit. That's a little better. So I got a little more on the border. I started the house. I really like the roof of that house. It's fun. And I'll just keep working on this as well. This is on, I don't think I wrote down what fabric this is. Platinum maybe? But I am using Soie d'Alger silks for this one. Next, I think that's, I have one more whip that has been so frustrating. Oh my gosh. So this is the one that I just picked out, almost 600 stitches. And I started the 12 Days of Christmas by Vivian Powers. Her Etsy shop is Vivsters on Etsy. Now, if you take a look at the chart, I'm going to show a picture of it here. Look at the first square. That's what I started with. When you look at that first square, take a look at the dark color leaves on the design. When I stitched it, the colors all blend together. You can't see those dark leaves at all. So what I did is I picked it all out. I picked out all the green, I picked out all the tan, because the tan, using that color as a background, you can't see the snowflakes either. I was very disappointed. So I went ahead, I'm gonna use a gray background instead so you can see the snowflakes, and I'm going to show the picture again. So take a look at the green. See how it all blends together as one blob of green? Now look at the chart photo and see the dark color leaves, the snowflakes. They're not visible. So I'm going to have to start this all over again. Well, I saved the bird and I saved the border, but I'm going to use dark gray as the background. And I'm going to have to pick some different colored greens to make those leaves pop out a little bit more. So that's my progress. That's what I've been working on. Okay, let's talk about giveaway winners for video number 87, which was my last video. I had 3 giveaways. One of them was my chart that I used. It's in great condition, brand new. And this is March 9 patch Primrose Cottage Stitches. The winner of the St. Patrick's chart is Cindy Cola. Congratulations, Cindy. Contact me by email. I'll list it here. And send me an email with your address and I'll get this out to you. Giveaway number 2 was my former chart that I used for Sweet Holidays. Now, I didn't get a chance to go to Hobby Lobby and see if they had the peppermint button. I still might do that. Otherwise, the winner is going to get my chart and without the button. I might surprise you, I might not. So just expect this, that you might need to get yourself a button in order to fill in the O for holidays. So the winner of this chart is Renee Fisher. Congratulations, Renee. Contact me. And the last one is Amelia Boyce, the infamous chart that doesn't have the blue that shows. And beware that when you kit this up, the blues are kind of like a steel dull gray. It just isn't this really pretty color. So that's actually an easy fix. All you have to do is get a color like that if you want it to look like the chart, which I did. So I'm still playing with that color and I'll show you progress next time when I get to that color. So when I get more progress to show. So Amelia Boyce, the winner is Jenny Glover. Congratulations, Jenny. This is yours. And contact me, you guys, and I will get this out to you ASAP. Let's talk about a couple things that I've bought, other things that I bought. So Bettina, for my birthday, gave me an adorable chart. It is Cute Patterns by Maria, and she is from the Ukraine. So take a look at her shop. If you see something you like, support her. She's, like I said, she's going through horrible time right now. So this is what Bettina got me from Maria's Etsy shop. Again, Cute Patterns by Maria, and she's also on Instagram. Be peaceful. Isn't she cute? Oh, she's just adorable. So I can't wait to make her into a little mini ornament for my tree. I think she's beautiful. I'm going to show the picture of the Etsy shop. It's a little better than my printer. Let's take a look at some other things that I got as far as haul. I had a wonderful viewer send me a card. Look at this card. German Shepherds. Speaking of German Shepherds, I'm going to put a link down below. Now, I don't usually talk about promotions like, or what's the word that I'm looking for? Charities. Sometimes I talk about charities, but this is special to me, my German Shepherd Rescue. If you're interested in C's Candy, I'm going to put a link down below. The C's Candy proceeds go to Orange County German Shepherd Rescue. So if you're interested in ordering C's Candy, please do so for my German Shepherds. All of my boys, all 3 of my boys have come from them. They're just a wonderful rescue, and I can't say enough about the rescue. So order some candy, you guys, support my rescue. The link will be down below. So this, she sent me, it was Diana, sent me a chart by Madame Chantilly. How adorable is this lady, right? It's a witch riding a cat. So cute. I love this. This chart is called Black Cat by Madame Chantilly. So adorable. And look what else she sent me. Isn't he cute? She not only sent me the chart, she sent me the kit. So thank you so much, Diana. This means a lot to me. I love German Shepherds more than anything. You guys know that, and I thank you. Okay, next I got 2 charts from Chrissy. Finally a Farm Girl on Etsy. Now, when you go onto Etsy, remember to put it all together as one big word. Finally a Farm Girl. She sent me 2 charts. So nice. Thank you, Chrissy. It is Witch Beulah. She's adorable. I love Halloween so much, and I love that she put a broom right here. So cute. Witch Beulah. And the other chart she sent me was Beulah's Brew. Isn't that adorable with the cat in the window and the frog in the pot? I just think that's so cute. And the little mouse. So finally a Farm Girl. Go check out her Etsy shop. She's also a YouTuber, same name, and she's on Instagram. 2 bags that I ordered for myself for my birthday. Now this company is on Etsy. She is called Little Boat 88. I don't think you can read that, but it's Little Boat, like a sailing boat, 88 all together. And these are the 2 bags that she sent me. This is bag number 1. I just loved this so much. I love the colors, I love the animals, and oh, it's just so adorable. The little bunnies. So this is my Easter bag. And she also sent me a little thread keep that goes with it. So as you know, these little thread keeps are awesome to hold thread, to hold needles. It's got like a fuzzy top. And again, this is what the back of it looks like. It closes with a snap, and just so adorable. That's bag number 1 that she sent. Bag number 2 is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This is what it looks like. And I'll show it up close. It's a little town, like a Christmas town with Santa Claus flying over. And this is what the back looks like. These are really good size project bags too. So I'm thrilled. I bought this for myself for my birthday, and I could not be happier. Okay, more stash that I bought. I ended up getting my monthly fortnight fabric. Isn't that beautiful? This is called Dancing Queen. That's by Fortnight Fabrics. They are fantastic. Now, I did decide to discontinue because I have so much fabric from them, and I kind of wanted to try some other clubs as well. I'm in Fox and Rabbit. I'm in Color and Cotton, which I've been in for a while, and Traditional Stitches for Lakeside Linen. I just felt like I was in a lot of clubs. So I'm going to take a break from Fortnight Fabrics for just a little bit, but their fabric is awesome. And I can't say enough about Christian and Derek. They're fantastic to deal with and beautiful fabric. I also got a gift from my friend Sarah. She sent me some 56 count Winter White. Now, Winter White is a beautiful color. It's like a tan, so you can see the tan color. I got it from the Attic. It is by Seraphim Fabric, Winter White. So pretty. The last one I got was my Fabric of the Month Club from Traditional Stitches called Vintage Buttercream. This is a gorgeous color, and it's by Lakeside Linen. Really pretty. So some other bits of haul that I bought myself is my market haul, which is a ridiculous amount. But I love this. Now, I don't think this was market, but I loved this Mill Hill kit. I thought that bee was beautiful. I love the colors of the flowers. As you know, Mill Hill fully is a full kit with thread, pattern, beads, and a button. It's gorgeous. So the next one that I got from Kitten Stitcher, I believe, .com, A Heart Remembers by Blackbird Designs. This is these patterns here and these up in here. So just really, really pretty. It's a good size book. And I got that. Kathy Barrick. OMG. I love Kathy Barrick. The Moons of 2022. I'm going to show it up close. Now, I didn't know this, but the moon has a name. Every month the moon has a name. So these are the names for 2022 moons. Sorry if you guys can hear the gardener outside. I was trying to beat him, and he showed up. So anyway, this chart is beautiful. I even thought about maybe just doing the top band and the bottom band and making it into a drum. I just don't know how long they have to be a drum. I'm gonna have to ask some friends of mine that do drums and see. But anyway, this is 2022, The Moons of 2022 by Kathy Barrick. The next one is called Maggie Manor by The Blue Flower. This is another gorgeous, gorgeous chart. Just so beautiful with all the animals. I'll show it up close so you can see the birds, and beautiful chart by The Blue Flower. Next, Primrose Cottages. I am missing Halloween stitching. I think I'm going to start a small, and I'm going to start with one of Chrissy's designs, Finally a Farm Girl, and start doing my smalls. Right now, because I finished this small here, I'm going to start another small, but it's going to be one of the Halloween witches that she sent. So here's another one that I ordered. This is by the Primrose Cottage Stitches. I believe they're on Etsy. They might even have a website, but that's the next one that I got. I think that's just adorable. And it's called The Witch Next Door. Cute. Here's a small that I got, Tiny Modernist, Mouse's Lucky Day. Isn't that cute? It's so adorable. Kind of hard to see. It's not open, so I'll have to show you a different time, but very cute. Here's one that I got, and I also had several viewers. Thank you so much. Some viewers sent in some giveaway charts that are brand new for you guys. So that is awesome, and this was one of them. I'll be doing a giveaway on this another video. This is a brand new chart, Hummingbird Sampler by Heart and Hand. I loved it, and I ordered it myself. So if I can get this done, I can give away to 2 winners because I now have 2 of these charts. So anyway, thank you guys for those of you that contacted me and sent me charts to give away. Awesome that you did that. The next one I got is because of the colors, and I love the lettering. It's ink circles, 2 birds in the hand. Look at that purple, isn't that beautiful? And then you get the little small to go with it. So cute. Oh, actually, you know what? They took this is just the top. So that's what I love, is you can take parts of a cross stitch and just take parts of it and stitch it. This is by Keslin, Elegant Alphabet. I thought the alphabet was awesome. Kind of like medieval, or I just thought that was really pretty. Okay, there's that one. I don't know about the colors. I'll probably change the colors on it. Maybe a variegated thread. Pretty. Next, I got Little Robin Designs, the Charming Cow Sampler. These colors are beautiful. And again, wouldn't it be fun to just do this bottom part right here and make it into a drum? I think that'd be beautiful. But I think the whole chart's gorgeous, so I'll probably do the whole thing. Next, chocolate or coffee. Now, I don't usually buy coffee charts, but there's something about this that I absolutely love. I love this strawberry, which it looks like might be this chart. I just loved these charts so much. I love the colors. I love the finishes. Everything about this I loved. So I bought that. This is by Erica Michaels, Chocolate or Coffee. Next we have Spring Pin Drum. Isn't that adorable? It's by Kathy Barrick. That's just so pretty. Love it. And 2 more. We have the Scarlet House, Schoolgirl Samplings. That's really pretty. I love smalls. Really addicted to smalls. And Quaker Gardens by Hello from Liz Matthews. Again, I love that small, but I love this chart as well. So pretty. So that's the haul that I've gotten lately. Oh, here's the Soie Surfing. I forgot to show you the spool that goes with the thing. Somebody had said on my Instagram, wouldn't that make a cute little coin? Doesn't it look like a coin purse? It does. It looks like it's shaped in a coin purse. I think that's really cool. Soie Surfing is very, very, very thin. It's not my favorite, but I'm glad I tried it. Okay, let's talk about some new releases before we go, and then I'm going to have pictures of New York at the end if you're interested in looking at those. New releases. We have Tiny Modernist, Mushroom Forest. Isn't that adorable? How pretty. Stitching with the Housewives has several, and sometimes I just can't keep up with her. She's got so many great releases. She has the very last in the series of Calendar Crate. It is June, and it's called Strawberry Fields. She also has Bumblebee Inn. I'm probably going to show these together. Bumblebee Inn and Strawberry Fields. The next thing is really cool. It's called Home. And what you do is you switch out the O. You put some magnets on the back of the O so you can switch the O out. And you have different themes, holidays, designs around the O in Home. I think displaying that would be awesome. I talked to Michelle McGraw, and I think she's doing this one. She's thinking about it. So I'd like to see her progress on that. But they have holidays, sunflowers, all kinds of different O's. And Hands Across the Sea. They have Emma and Martin Hubbard. I think I wrote this down wrong, but it might be Hubbard. 1869 to 1870. It's brother and sister who did these charts. They're almost identical, but they're different. That's awesome. I love the history of these samplers. Next, we have The Little Boot. It's the name of the company, and it's called Chicken Berries. She's on Etsy. The Little Boot. And next, we have Shannon Christine, the Bluebird Sampler. And after the Bluebird Sampler, we also have Esther. Perfect timing for Easter. There's still time to stitch it, she said. When you go to shannonchristine.com, you will look under Erin's Designs. That's Erin's design. Okay, Samplers Forever. Again, when you look on Etsy, put Samplers Forever together as one word. And it's on Etsy, Token of Easter. She gave us 2 different looks, and I love that she did that because I'm a monochromatic. I love colors, but I also love one color. So we get a choice. A couple more. Cottage Garden Samplings. You may have seen the ferret. He is fantastic. And last but not least, Historiciastikmusta, the German company I mentioned. You can look at their website through, I use Chrome, which is an app, like a search engine app. It will translate the website for you. I'll put their link down below. I'll write that down real quick so I don't forget. Link, Colors of Spring. Isn't that beautiful? Don't forget the giveaways for this video if you're interested in winning the stitch cards that I mentioned before with the keyword kitchen. That's giveaway number 1. No, giveaway number 3, you will receive all 3 of these charts for any quilter. These are for quilting. Put the word quilting below. And last but not least, it's a cross-stitch chart. It is adorable. Bloom where you're planted. Your keyword was bloom. And just put that you're interested in this chart for a giveaway. And before I forget, I have one more giveaway. If anybody's interested, I just realized that I have an extra Book of Days 2022. If you're interested in the Book of Days, this is actually, if you haven't seen this before, it's a calendar. I keep track of everything that I've been stitching. So you can see, it's got some really pretty pictures. It's got sayings. It's all stitching related. It's basically a calendar, and every day I put my progress and stickers and pen color, fun colors and stuff. And it's been a lot of fun to keep track of my stitching. So I have an extra one of these. If you're interested in this, put calendar. That's it, everybody. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stand by for some pictures. I'll put those here.